Hey everybody, it's Jamie Casarda here, your holistic pet mentor, and I am grocery shopping. I just couldn't help but go down the pet food aisle because I always like to check it out. And the packages, they're so beautiful, they catch my eyes, and I just wonder, do most pet parents know to check the labels? Because I want to show you, for example, what really caught my eyes with Beneful. So, hi Veronica. I want to give you some tips about what to look for, and I know the packages look pretty, and I know they look super healthy, but I want to show you what's really in this pet food. All right, so let me turn this around and show you what I see and give you some tips on what to look for. All right, so this is the pet food aisle in Giant. And a lot of this food is not, almost all this pet food here is not human grade meat and actually should not be legally sold at a human grocery store, just so you know, right? So look at this beautiful Beneful package. This is still a very, surprisingly, Purina still sells a ton of this, even though with all of the negative publicity that's come out about it. This is their grain-free. Look how beautiful the packaging is. Just wanted to share with you guys. Doesn't this look like a really healthy, nutritious food? You've got Nutrish over here. I talked to a lot of people about their pets' food, and this just looks like, wow. I want to feed my pet that, right? It just looks amazing. But let's look what's really on the ingredients so you know what you're looking at, okay? So here it says with farm-raised chicken. Okay, so pretty much all chickens, they call that a farm, or raised on a farm. Number one ingredient is farm-raised chicken, but just remember that they have to measure that before the water's taken out. So before they bake the dry kibble, they are putting this as the first ingredient. Okay, but it's 70% water. So when you take that moisture out, you now have 30%. Okay, so then the second ingredient, hi Sibs, and Sibs knows all this too. The second ingredient ends up being the primary protein. So I want you to keep that in mind. So if chicken is the first ingredient, whole chicken, if it says chicken, then you know that it's 70% moisture. Okay. So that means the second ingredient is going to be the primary protein. Keep that in mind. And then here, you know how you see the blueberries and you see some spinach. So we're going to assume that because it's on the package, there's pumpkin, that this is what they're selling us. Okay, but let's look what actually is in here, because I was so excited thinking Purina cleaned up Beneful. I was all excited about it until I looked at the ingredients list. First ingredient, okay, so they were advertising chicken as their first ingredient. But 70% is with the moisture, so that is no longer in there. It's only when it's dried, it's no longer the first ingredient. It's no longer the primary protein. Look what your primary protein is now. Something that's very, very cheap and something our dogs do not need. There is no nutritional need for pea starch. Okay, so this is your primary protein, but they're not advertising that as the primary protein. Okay, they're advertising the chicken as a primary protein. Also, I want you to keep in mind, dried beet pulp is completely unneeded in any pet food. It's a bulk filler. It's just to bulk up the products. Very cheap. And then I also want you to look at anything that's past salt is less than 1% of the food. So salt has to be 1% or less in dry dog food. Nutritionally, they are not allowed to put more than 1% salt. And so anything after salt means it's less than 1%. So we really don't know how many blueberries are actually in here, but it's not enough to do any nutritional help to your pets, especially since it's been cooked. Same with the spinach. It's been totally cooked. All the nutrition's taken out. So what do they have to do? They have to fill it with all these synthetic vitamins. Just filled to try to make up for it. All right, so it's completely wasted to put any blueberries in there in the first place. Same with the pumpkin. Yeah, Sibs knows. So does Kelly. Hi, Kelly. So I'm showing them what the grocery store offers, which Kelly Nelson is a manager of Central Dogma, in Hagerstown. So that's where you should be. You should be going to these specialty pet food stores and getting your pet food from them and not from your grocery store. Because I can tell you right now, Central Dogma doesn't sell this kind of stuff. They know better. So this is a disappointment. I mean, this is all marketing hype to make you think that there's this beautiful whole fresh chicken in here, to make you think there's this yummy spinach and blueberries for the antioxidants, and this is all beautiful marketing. So they did a great job there, but I wish they would have put the money into the real ingredients. So just keep that in mind. Anything after salt, it's negligible what's actually in there, and so you're not getting, your dogs aren't getting any of the antioxidants from spinach and blueberries. It's just for you to see on the package to make you think that this is wholesome and nutritious. So, and Sibs, yes, she makes her own. Go girl. All right, so anyhow, I felt like I had to get on and share with my pet parents here what to look for. Hey, for fun, let's look at Nutrish, because so many people tell me, they're like, but I feed Nutrish. It's Rachel Ray. And I love Rachel Ray just as much as anybody else, but she's not a dog food person. She's a human food person, okay? So I don't know why she's marketing dog food, but all right, so let's look at hers, because I haven't looked at it yet, honestly. So there's Nutrish. All right, let's see. It looks like it's really, really healthy and awesome. All right, so this is hard to see. Oh, the first ingredient isn't chicken, it's chicken meal, which could be anything. And oh, here's another one, dried peas, filler. That's the primary protein right there. And then brown rice, brewer's rice. There's so much starch in here. Pea protein. This is sad. Poultry fat. The flax seed, is that after the salt or before it? There's some cranberries in here. That's good, but it's all cooked. So where's the salt? There's some synthetic vitamins. There's the salt. So anything after the salt is less than 1%, and it's all these synthetic. When you see the L means it's the synthetic version. If they don't put anything, you pretty much can assume it's synthetic. The D does mean that is the right, it's all about chirality. That is a real calcium, but then you've got all of this other synthetic stuff. And the dried carrots, this is all cooked in, so it's pretty much deficient. It's just for us to see. But you see the primary protein is your dried peas, once again. Lots and lots of starch. Yes, 3D and 4D meats. It's very interesting stuff here, what we're looking at. But the picture, it looks so healthy. It looks, I mean, this looks like it's so amazing. And people are paying good money for this. Take your good money and put it toward real pet food. So if you need help with that, you're welcome to book a consult with me. I will help you design a diet for your pet, or even find one that is commercially available for you, that you can afford, or maybe you can work it in with what you're currently doing. Because even if we replace one meal a day with something that's fresh and nutritious, that's species appropriate, that's not full of starches, you're going to see an improvement in your pet's health. You're going to see less skin problems, less digestive issues, less anxiety, less anxiousness. It's tremendous what it can do. So, all right, everybody, have a fantastic day. I hope you enjoyed this. Bye.